All right. Good evening, everyone. It is so good to see so many familiar names and faces and profiles out there. And I'm excited to see some new people in the crowd as well. Welcome, welcome. I'm excited to have you with us this evening. So, official good evening and welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. It's wonderful to see so many friends. Like I said, my name is Catherine E. Schneider, and I am the editor in chief and publisher of the Northeast Coast Press. This summer, we are so excited to be announcing and introducing to you our first full season of poetry collections for winter 2027. And tonight, we are especially excited to introduce our next and final poet from the winter 2027 lineup, Dara Kalima. Dara! Welcome, welcome, Dara. And of course, Dara and her incredible forthcoming poetry collection, Ain't Nobody's Victim. Dara, how are you this evening?
I'm okay. It's been a long day, but I'm okay. I'm not gonna complain.
We only had like planets aligning and eclipses yesterday. The astrology has been intense.
The astrology was not in my favor because I
No.
decided to take a tumble yesterday as I got home. So
Oh
I got a little boo boo on a couple of parts of my body today,
no. Oh
but it's all good.
no. Oh,
I
Dara.
ain't nobody's victim. The ground
That's
wasn't winning.
right. All right, that's right. That's right, Dara. Well, I hope you heal up and feel better, Dara. You're looking gorgeous as always, looking amazing.
Thank you.
And I am so excited to hear you read these poems live for us and to have our conversation afterwards. But I'm just going to dive in and introduce you with your amazing bio here. Dara Kalima, known as the community poet, is a Bronx based writer and performer who explores themes of love, equity, and healing through personal experience and observation. She's the author of 6 books, including Still Laughin', and her most recent release, It Is Abnormal to Live This Way. Her work has also appeared in Great Weather for Media, Rigorous, The Amistad, African Voices magazine, and other publications. Passionate about community, creativity, and truth telling, Kalima continues to use poetry as a tool for reflection and transformation. Ain't Nobody's Victim is her 7th collection of poetry. Amazing. Please take it away, Dara Kalima.
Awesome. Okay. Where are we? I'm not going to do a lot of titles. I don't do a lot of prefacing of stuff. That's not really my role. So we're just going mostly, you're going to have to take these poetry and deal with it. Vigils and sacrifice. I dip quill in vain with pain to write, praying this will somehow wrong the right. Drops and drips are bribe. Scribble turned tough scribe. Life force is offered in submission, hoping still for skill filled permission. Sacred is this art, never want to part. Bless my soul with words bleeding from pen. In vigil I sit, waiting till then. It's the opening of the book. There is no lady who lives in a house so tiny it might as well be called a shoebox. And in that place lives many children. She loves them all, but is overwhelmed too. See, life kept lifing and circumstances kept mounting. Choices were restricted. Even neighborhood kids were being gifted. So her place was packed in each and every corner. But she still did, but she did what she had to make each frayed ends meet. This is where women's magic begins and spins. This is where Black women's magic begins and spins. Made sure all in her care went to the top in the country. Every single school day, cleaned, dressed, and fed. They may be struggling, but they won't be caught slipping. She taught them to avoid drugs, police, and the streets. Didn't think school is where they meet their end. But others' access to guns wasn't something she controlled. And them nightly prayers didn't cover their days. The heartbreak she felt as she heard their school name: Columbine, Sandy Hook, Parkland, Douglas, Santana, Virginia Tech, Red Lake, Santa Fe, Rob, on the news. There's nothing else to say. There was an old lady who lived in a house that used to be so crowded that it felt like a shoebox. One command. There's much to ask of you, so much more to say, so many directions to give, like pay market value for my labor. Never ask to touch my hair again. Stop pretending to do the work. March with me. Vote like me. Put your body on the line. Make space. Quit arresting my development. Cease killing my seeds and fix your heart. But my 10 requests can be treated like how Jesus summed up the 10 in one sentence. He said, love God and others. My 10 all mean just let me live. That is the action I need taken. Don't you dare. What did it feel like? Did your ankles wobble from the lumpy under your feet? Or have they grown accustomed to the texture of black carcasses beneath? Did you walk with stability, your picket signs in hand? Or did you stumble on a cranium or slip on the loose skin of a stomach? Did you ever look down on which you stepped? Or did you feel or did it feel as familiar as smooth concrete poured over the cemeteries? When you yelled, say her name, whose name had you said before? Do you know any other names? Names unlike yours? Did you hear them? Then forget them? Can you name some? Just from the past decade, name two. Fine. One. Name one. Just name one. Do you even know the origins of the hashtag? Did you pause to realize you're the reason for the hashtag, or had you just awakened one morning, put your pink pussy hat on your head, and asked your one black friend to show you how to do that march thing correctly? Did you think say her name sounded like a catchy chant, a cool ditty, easy to say? Believed it was yours to use as you wish? I mean, as that is your way, right? Asking for the manager when you aren't satisfied until you are, until placation finds you. The good poet didn't get her way, won't see another day. You appropriated the phase, and you appropriated the phrase. Have you learned? Nothing. We all know her name. Her family has probably raised millions in crowdfunding, just like the Pretty Man did. And because of her demise, divorces have increased. Her name will be said. She needed no hashtag. You didn't need to step on our dead, whose names you never cared or to pronounce correctly just to say hers. You didn't need to march on our slain women, girls, sisters, mothers, aunts, cousins, co-workers, neighbors, and friends who get no justice, who gets no funds, who go unnamed, who are forgotten. Again, how did it feel doing a good while stepping on the congealed blood, cracking a femur under your foot, popping a cornea as you protested? Does it feel rewarding, victorious, fulfilling to say her name at such a cost? Unnatural causes. There are so many ways for my people to leave on our own, like walking through the right hood at the right time of night in the opposing colors, smiling at, looking at, pointing at, calling for, driving by, or talking to cops. Being too Panther like, the FBI be plotting, looking too wealthy, too uppity, too successful, instigating. The penalty be worse than snitches stitches, adult self playing gone terribly wrong, getting caught cheating, over medicating, not having a healthy fear of needles, failing to be on top of your P's and Q's, mixing alcohol and gasoline, drinking the water in Flint, using Sharpies in enclosed spaces, sitting in a car while its muffler is blocked, having an unlocked weapon nearby, etching 11s in arms, meeting with Dr. Kevorkian, visiting the Empire State Building or the vessel, believing you can fly, thinking yourself invincible and testing this fact, unmasking or unsheathing, remembering or forgetting Tuskegee, either can be dire, tripping the train brake from outside, from the underside, train surfing or just surfing, investigating that sound, doing white people shit, especially with white people, but not with a rope, not with a looped rope while outdoors, never via a rope dangling from a sturdy tree branch without a stool or a ladder. That is a crime. Investigate it. Amazon rain sticks for cheap. It soothes, brings ear hustles of brooks and rivers. Wherever you are, flip it. Close eyes, open ears. Be present. Be transported. Be at peace while the pieces inside be not. They be trapped, jostled, tossed for amusement, for enjoyment, for others. Serenity. The pieces, when wanted, when summoned, when demanded, crash against walls, crash against their will, and bump into spikes. They get spiked, their clashes and agony, a symphony. Many days I reside inside the rain stick. And I believe this will be my last piece. And this is in the last section. So everything you've heard is coming from the sections of the book. I am. I am part mom and part dad, part sister, part brother. I am therefore part grandma and grandpa times two, and then many times many more. Does that mean I am part angel and villain? Or did I inherit their other parts that were civil servant, entrepreneur, preacher, and teacher? I know I was a part time director, which means using all those skills, and I'm only partly clear on my current direction. I'm also clearly more part African than I am European, but that was a horrible mixing. We don't dare talk about it. Yet that mixing made me part Scottish, like most of the world. I am all parts New Yorker, 100 proof Bronxite to be exact. But still, somehow, I'm part North Carolinian. And just so you know, if you think I'm too sedity, I'm equal parts private school and educated publicly. I'm also partial to privacy, though sometimes more parts exhibitionist. I am part sugar, a dash of salt, a bit of pepper. I am all spice. I am part lover, part leader, no parts fighter. I am in large part anger, even more sadness, mixed with giddiness, one part optimistic, two parts pessimistic, and seven parts realistic. I am a part time mentor, a partially cool aunt, and I wish I was part employee so I could be a full author, but that's okay. I'll partition my free time accordingly. I am part lion, part fire, part goat, and other astrological symbols. I'm sure I'm particularly drawn to the ruby and maroon and burning orange. I am pretty solid and in large part fluid. All these parts make me. Even in listing these, I've only listed part, not my entirety. Most importantly, the most important part is that I am.
Dara! What a journey. We started out meditative talking about writing, and then you hit us with the truth telling in increasing intensity, and it was so powerful, Dara. And just, oh my God, the way that you refer to all of these different things and just saying what needs to be said exactly as you want to say it. It's just so powerful. And I wish you could just hear us all in the comments, and everybody at
I'm reading
home.
along.
Just cheering for you. And that last one, so powerful, so fun, such great turns of phrase and imagery. And let me tell you, everybody, that is throughout this whole collection. These powerful references and turns of phrase. It's so good. And I know you got to wait till January, but it is worth the wait, y'all. So good, Dara. And yes, I love that you have your orange on this evening. Your favorite
I
orange.
almost wore black, and I was like, no, not for this
No.
event. That would be robbing the audience. I had to do the orange.
That's right. Perfect. All right, Tara. Well, that was just a fabulous reading. Dara, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right. Well, let me dive into these questions so everybody can get to know you a little better after that awesome reading. All right. First one. At what point in your life did you realize that poetry was important to you and that you needed to write it?
So I don't remember what you read in my bio because I never remember what bio I give people. But like I literally just it doesn't stay in my head anymore.
Okay.
So I used to say it was 9 that I started writing. And then my mom and I disagreed and we settled on 7. And there I swear if I go through my chest, like one of those those trunks that you have when you go up to college, I'm certain if I go through that, I will find the little index cards of my first poems.
Oh
I
my
will
God.
not say they were good. I will say they exist.
Yeah,
And
I
then
get that sentiment for myself.
exactly. And then when I was 16, I had started acting like
Hmm?
for reals. And once the summer program I was in ended, I was like, well, I got all this creative energy. I got to do something with it. And I didn't know what to do with it. And then
Yeah.
things in my life were changing. And so I just started writing. And that's when I was like, I'm
Amazing.
going to do this at least once a month. I think my 16-year-old self would be very disappointed in the fact that I'm not writing once a month at this moment, but they would have been blown away with what I did in the more heightened part of the pandemic because I was blowing that out the water. But right now, I'm not necessarily at once a month
You
place.
know
But
what, Dara? I think those the six books and the seventh on the way is enough testimony to you having, a little bit of a month of marination time and time off from active writing. I think you're
thank
good.
you. Thank you. Thank you for the permission.
But I so get that, and I love that story. I love it, Dara. I love it. All right. Now for Ain't Nobody's Victim. When did
Mm-hmm.
you realize that you didn't just have a group of poems here, that you had another book?
So I had a lot of stuff in my repertoire from pandemic crazy.
Mm.
And um I didn't know what this book was at first. And I'm going to say stuff that people don't like because I definitely went to the AI and said, here's a collection of poems. What am I doing with this? And it helped. What it helped me do was name it
Mm.
to some extent. It helped me see what was happening because when I started getting down to whittling out stuff, I started
Mhm.
removing things that I knew should have been in it, but I couldn't figure out
Mm.
with my own brain how to put it in because my last few
Right.
books have not had chapters. My original books all were chaptered, but knowing that you
Mm.
were chapter queen, I had to figure out what the chapters were, and I could not wrap my brain around that. So I sort of was like, hey, here's all the work, does it work together, and what are the chapters? And as I kept weeding out the questions, I was able to better bring it to something more cohesive. And
Right.
then I was like, oh, we gonna make this, we gonna put
We're
some
gonna
magic.
make this happen. We're gonna
We
make
gonna
this
do
call for
this.
submission.
And it made it so much clearer on what the connection was between all the work. But yeah, I'm very excited about this collection. I'm very excited by it. And it
I
gave some pieces homes that I wanted to give a home, but I didn't know where it belonged.
that is so exciting to me, Dara, because I've been a fan for a long time. We have a very, fun story of how we met at the New York City Poetry Festival years ago, and just fell in love with your poetry and especially your Bronx poem, which of course, is not in this book because it exists elsewhere. But from then, just we became good friends. You were on my live stream, Fumfa Poets and Writers Live. You came out in person out here to Connecticut, and just was really such a dream to receive a manuscript from you, and to kind of be able to be at this point together where we can have just this incredible manuscript where it's so funny to hear you say that. It's like every single poem was exactly where it was supposed to be and exactly in this collection with this incredible arc. And if it took ChatGPT to say you've got a cohesive collection here,
I mean,
then
I
you know
fought with
what?
it. I fought with it because it was like, no, it should be up here. I was like, no, 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 it should not be there because that's a different. I mean, this is AI. AI don't know about impact, right? It can speculate, but it's not real. So definitely it was like, no, my intuition is saying we need to flip it this way and do that. They're like, well, if you want this vibe, I was like, that's the vibe I want. And it helped me but it did help me clarify and also
Yeah,
see some of the holes and fill those in. And
I
yeah,
get
it was
you.
a collaborative project. It's all my writing, people. You don't use AI to write your stuff. Use it to
No,
help you clarify your stuff. But don't do so, but it was helpful. It
no.
helped
Oh
me
no,
pull
and
it
like we have
together.
a strict no AI policy for obviously the writing of poems, but for it to kind of help with that shaping, I think is a really that's I'm so glad it was a helpful approach because the manuscript is incredible.
Yeah, I got halfway through it and I got stuck and I was like, what is this book? What is this
Well,
book and what is it doing?
your instincts knew. Your instincts
Yes.
knew.
And it's
Um,
I'm
and ChatGPT just affirmed it. It just
yeah.
affirmed what you already knew.
And and like, yeah, because it brought me, I was getting rid of stuff and I was like, these things should be here. I don't know where
Mhm.
they fit, but they should be here. And once I was able to see the chapters, I was able to pull them all back again and put them in a
Chapter
way that made sense.
queen.
And it was, I mean, again, I'm super excited about this book. I'm so glad that it has a home with you. You have given me the opportunity to have an opportunity that I never really thought was going to happen. So thank you for choosing my work to join your cohort.
It is an honor and a pleasure, Dara. It truly is. It truly is. Let's talk about this powerful title, Ain't Nobody's Victim. It is bold, it's unapologetic, it is powerful. How does it capture the emotional arc and central message of the collection? And I think through your reading, we are hearing that, but I would love to hear you share more.
Absolutely. So the whole premise of the book is, and the whole experience of the book from each chapter is sort of this is what life is like, whether it's my personal story, whether it's a fictionalized story, whether it's an observation of things. This is life. This is what life is in America. This is what life
Yep.
is in this skin, whether it's this color or this gender or both. This is life.
Right.
And, you know, in in the history of the United States, Black folks have been made to be a victim. But we also know that half of the inventions we have in this world came from us.
That's
You
right.
know, like
That's
so many
right.
things have been birthed out of African Americans and the Black population across the diaspora here.
Mm,
So while yes, there's so much that has been lost due to the
mm.
transatlantic slave trade and everything that has come after the school to prison pipeline, all of that stuff,
Mm,
we still are doing amazing things. We're still beautiful people. We're still knocking it out the park. We're still creating and inventing
completely.
And so, like, this was me saying, like, this is the experience that we
Mm,
have. This is the things that keep going wrong for us. And I could be your victim because I talk about everything. I talk about from
right.
like abusive relationships
Yep.
to, SA, which is still sort of different.
Right.
I talk about, like, as you saw, the whole thing with a
Institutional
lot of people.
racism, police brutality.
Exactly. And even, like, again, another woman just now in the news was found hanging from a tree, and they like, oh, it's an accident. Like, we don't do that. We don't do that. We may take ourselves out a lot of different ways, but that's not the way we doing that.
Right.
Especially when you don't see a stool. Like, how we got ourselves up in that, like, make that make sense. So because of all of that, I wanted to acknowledge the way we keep getting victimized, or people
Mm,
attempt to victimize us, but
mm.
also in the end of it, it is, but I'm here.
That's
And I
right.
am not your victim. And not only did I not say I am not your victim or not a victim, I wanted to
Mm.
be very clear that I ain't nobody's victim, because
Yes.
when I was a child, we were told ain't is not a word. We were told
Mm.
that phonics is not a language, it's just slang. And the fact of the matter is that African American English is its own dialect of English.
Yes, it is.
And
Yes, it
so I
is.
wanted to make sure we put that at the forefront, which is why I use I be a lot in poems, because that
Yes.
is still part of how we speak. I just came
Hmm.
back from North Carolina. I love my people. I love my history. And I want to
Yes.
make sure that that is represented. And it is more of a statement to say,
Absolutely.
I ain't nobody's victim, because that is a
That's
protest.
right. That's right. Stating that in even the language
Mm-hmm.
across the board, Dara. Yes, just yes. So perfect. Oh, all right. So you have described poetry, especially in your bio and in a few of the bios that I've used, as a path towards healing. But these poems also ask readers to confront difficult and important truths about trauma, racism, and resilience. What conversations or transformations do you hope this collection inspires? And how do those conversations become part of the healing process? That's a massive question.
I mean, I didn't even know this was going to be the question, but let's go back to my Say Her Name poem. Like,
Hmm.
I got so disgusted when I was in a poetry community and this white
Mm,
woman said, say her name, and was saying Miss Good's name the whole way. And I'm like, do you even know where that phrase came from?
that's right.
Everyone was talking about her. Everyone was talking about her. Everyone was talking
Hmm.
about her. And I'm not
Hmm.
taking away from that. That's horrible what happened to her, right?
Right, right,
But everyone was talking about it.
right.
We don't talk about all the Black women who get killed. We talk about the Black men far more than we talk about the Black women. And there's
Hmm.
so many more Black, not more, but there's more Black women getting murdered
Right.
in the hands of people who call themselves authorities
Hmm.
than we discuss. And
Right,
that is where the hashtag came from. So
right,
before people start co-opting a movement, just like people try to get our lips, like people try to
right.
get our lips, like people try to wear our boxer braids, let's talk about where these things are coming from that you're deciding to use, and then
That's
think about it
right.
differently. How about we
That's right.
acknowledge where it's coming from and use a different phrase?
That's right, Dara. That's absolutely right. Absolutely right.
So to answer that question, it's just to say,
Hmm.
like, listen to this experience that I'm offering you, because unless you're going to pay me proper wage to actually have a teaching session, this is the way I'm teaching you. Go buy the book, still pay me, pay us, but that also
Tell him,
you,
Dara.
you have to sit there and listen to what is being offered, and then question your own behaviors and your reality in what you are doing.
A
Otherwise, you're only
thousand
causing the
percent.
problem. And it's not my job to say, hey, stop racism, because I didn't create it. I don't benefit from it. So therefore, or stop sexism, stop misogynoir, all of those, because I'm not the one, I'm the one at the bottom of it. How am
Right.
I going to say stop creating it when I ain't created it? So these are problems for other people. And I think
Right.
these other people need to see what the experience is for those people that they keep doing these things
Yes.
to, and therefore be held responsible for it and come to have a come to Jesus moment for themselves
A
and
thousand
start reading some more
percent.
books.
That truth telling provides an opportunity for people of conscience or for people who are just completely not aware, right? To face these realities, come to terms with them, and to address parts of themselves that have been ignorant or insensitive, and for people who share these experiences and share that rage and sense of injustice. What a validating voice you've given to that, and a powerful one. This is such a powerful book for for any of our readers out there, and it really speaks to this moment in society, and to many things that are unfortunately pretty timeless, that need the truth telling. um, all right, Dara, we're going to wrap this up with a fun little question.
Okay.
What
I
are
like fun
you
questions.
Yeah. What are you most excited for readers to experience when the book finally arrives January 2027?
I want them to have fun with it because as much as I'm so political, you even hear in that whole "The Way We Can Leave" poem, right? I'm still
Yes.
making fun. Like there's still silliness in that piece. Adult behavior is going wrong.
Yep,
You
yep,
pick what I'm putting down. Like there's so much fun even in the seriousness that
Mm,
I want people to enjoy it. I spent
yes.
my time away reading some Poe, and
Mm.
Poe is a romantic Mickey Ficky man. I
Yeah.
didn't realize how romantic this man is in his poetry, but that was old love poetry, right? Like, or not all of it, but a lot of it was. It was dark,
Right.
but it was love poetry, and he could
Mm.
still have fun in his whimsy and still pick up his debate, his like existential crisis questioning, or the missing of the loves of his life. Like, I want you
Yes.
to pick up my book and have that experience of fun. Enjoy the poetic forms within,
Mm.
enjoy the structure used, enjoy the things that I appropriate style wise, like little the old woman in the shoe.
Yep.
Enjoy all of that. Have it roll
Yes.
over your tongue, have fun with it, and then also learn
Mm.
something simultaneously.
Yes, Dara, absolutely, absolutely. And especially, I mean, even in your most intense poems, the wordplay is popping off. And so, there's always something to enjoy and to feel. And there is so much humor and sass and beauty and love in there as well. And I think people will definitely see it. And I can't wait for them to see it. It's going to be
Can't wait to be there.
amazing.
I'm so
So,
excited.
yay. Well, Dara, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Dara Kalima with her forthcoming book, Ain't Nobody's Victim.
Thank you
One
for
more round of
having me.
applause for Dara out there, everybody. And this wraps up our summer live stream series of introducing to you all six of our winter 2027 poets. Woo! And we have so much more to share with you in the fall. Our cover reveals, and we will have a pre-order reading bringing all of the poets together online, and then we will have our big book launch down in New York City, and we will let you know more about that and how you can get your tickets to attend. It's all going to be so special and so exciting. So please keep following us. Make sure you're following Dara. And you will hear more from us very soon. Thanks again, Dara, and have a good night, everyone.